Hi everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Hope you are all doing really well. I've had a couple of days off actually from working up here anyway, working in the craft room. And I'm feeling a little bit more refreshed, thankfully. I think I just needed a little bit of a break. So, when I was trying to decide what I wanted to work on, I thought, well, let's go ahead and work in this journal again. It's been a while since we've visited this, and I just kind of felt like I wanted to work with it. So I was going to do some nice collaging. It's been a while. I need to remind myself what we were doing the last time. So, okay, so I did that. And this is now empty. And this was the first thing I did. So yeah, I need to come in. I have an idea for how I want to use this journal. But I'm not going to share that yet. I'll share it later but I have a really fun idea for it. So that's all I'll say. So, okay, well, I guess no time like the present, right? Maybe just get in there and start working. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to remember what I have done in here so that what I do next is in line with that. I don't know that I even want to really cover it. Well, I say that, and then I probably should cover some of this, although I just don't think I want to. It's weird though that, okay, so this ink didn't go through to the other side, and neither did this big X. Interesting. So, okay. I don't think I've worked back this direction as much, if at all. There's a whole nother signature back here that's not been touched. So, okay, so I did this. Okay. Well, if this is your first time seeing this journal, there's a nice little flip through. Okay, and then I did this back page with this pretty girl here. So what I've been doing is kind of just doing some nice collaging and leaving room for more writing space in different places. So, gosh, it kills me to cover up handwritten music. I don't think I can do that today, guys. I don't think I can work on that page today. So I'll start here. Okay, so these are some of the bits. Well, this was from my stash, and I just decided I would dedicate this one to using in this journal. These are some of the things that I've had in my stash. They're a little bit intermingled now. And then some of this other stuff is bits and pieces from the things that she gave me as part of the journal. So like this paper here that is very similar to the other dyeing on the pages itself. Yeah, this is also from her. So I've just kind of been using both here and there and doing some collaging. So okay, yeah, oh, okay. So I've got this little bits and pieces of everything here. Okay. I like to kind of organize by size. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it just kind of helps me get started. And then usually it's all a mess after a while. So, jumbled together. Okay, so we've got some really pretty little pink fabric pieces, and I kind of like the idea of using those on this darker background of paper. I'm going to take these little bits and pieces and put them with the others over here. Okay. Yeah, and then these are mostly just printables that I've kind of printed off, and I'm using little bits and pieces from those too. So, all right. And then over here, I've got a stack of digital print-offs from, gosh, Ruby and Pearl XO is the women that are tea-dyed. I can never remember who this one is by. This is from Copyright Free Images, from the New York Public Library database. These scenes of nature. This is from this same kit. Nick the Booksmith, Poetic Phrases and Novel Quotes. Some of you may be familiar with this stuff. And then some more from New York Public Library here, just various random things. And then more women images from Dust to Roses after that. So that's what I've got over here. So I kind of feel like let's go ahead and find a focal point, and maybe that'll kind of help get me going. So I think maybe this one would be a good one. It's good size. So go ahead and remove that from the page, and then that way I can kind of work from there. So, gosh, I cannot believe it's Friday tomorrow already. Well, it's going to be Friday for you when you're watching this. Those of you who are watching it when I first put out the video. This week has flown by. It's been really busy for me, and then in the evenings I've been catching as much of the Olympics as I possibly can. Olympics, I watched the gymnastics. I have for my entire life, almost, since just before the 1992 Olympics. I think I caught the World Championships on TV once, and since then I was kind of hooked. And literally every competition that's been on TV, I've watched. And I don't know why, but when I was younger, I would even record the competitions, and then I'd watch them later, or whenever I wanted to watch them. I don't do gymnastics. I don't have anything to do with gymnastics. It's not in my family in any way. I did it in YMCA when I was a little kid for maybe half a second. I think maybe I went to one class, maybe two, and I knew I didn't want to do it. It was too hard for me. But I don't know. I just have always really liked watching it. And so even now when I get bored, there's times when, if there's nothing on TV or whatever, go find a video on YouTube of an old gymnastics competition or something and watch that. But, so yeah, I've been really kind of blown away with some of the breaking news that's been happening with the gymnastics, and I'm sure all of you are aware of it, but it's a lot for one girl to put on her shoulders, and I'm just like, I obviously have mixed feelings because I wanted to see her compete. Simone Biles is who I'm talking about. But at the same time, I fully support and understand and value her decision-making skills and the wherewithal that she had to make those decisions for herself without having her family, nearby to help her with that decision. And it's just, it's a really important conversation, I think, in the sports world in general. So I was looking forward to seeing her compete, tonight. It is Thursday for me, so the all-around competition is tonight, and they'll be competing for that. And the other girls that are left, Suni Lee she will do fantastic anyway. Actually, I think I have a feeling she'll probably win tonight. But we'll see. I'm gonna call it. I think Suni Lee's gonna win. The women's all around be champion, and then Angelina. What's her last name in Russia? The Russian girl. Super pretty little girl with blonde hair. I feel like she'll probably get second. I think it's going to be between Suni and her fighting it out, and then Rebecca Andrade. Actually, maybe the two of them, Suni and Rebecca. And then Angela Melenkova or something, I can't remember her name. Might be in third place. But anyway, we'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, it's kind of been a weird Olympics to watch. There hasn't been, you know, the crowds and stuff, which you're used to seeing and hearing more so, usually. It just feels off, you know. It's still been fantastic, but it just generally feels a little bit off. So anyways, that's what's on my mind tonight. I'm excited for that, obviously. So, let me keep that handy. Alright, so I just kind of inked up a few other bits and pieces here, so I can use that. I don't know that I really want to cover all of this. I don't have to use this entire piece either. Why don't I just do this, and then I can use this piece somewhere else. Maybe. No, I don't think I want that upside down. Oh, it's gonna be the indecision time. Well, I guess I will have to cover it. I don't know. I don't like covering it, but maybe I'll just do this. Let's just keep taking pieces off and doing more inking for no reason. Okay, that's it for this piece. I will not do that again. So let's see, if I put this over here, we could put that there. So I don't want to cover up all those holes because it's just so cool. We could maybe do a little something like that. And we have some of this here. So if I put that there, I need to kind of come up with, there's not going to be really any room for writing, but that's okay. That's not the end of the world. Come up with something to bridge this gap in between. So we could hide that behind that one. And then have it come over this direction. It's very horizontal, isn't it? Let's see. Maybe do something like that. And then we need to have something down here. So I pulled these, well, I inked these up, which I don't want it to be too samey. Let's see, what do I have handy? I'm looking for fabric or whatever. Could do a little piece of this. And actually, I could ink this up just a little bit and get this a little grungier. So it's not quite so new looking. I don't think I really want to put the pink fabric with him. Just doesn't seem right. Not that there's anything wrong with guys having pink at all, but it just doesn't seem right for him. So let's see. I'm just looking around trying to figure out what to do. You know, I have this twine. I could maybe sew a bit of this twine and a zigzag stitch on top of this. I think I'll do that. Okay, so there's that. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I don't know. I just decided, why not? Just why not? So I can put that down here along with something else. So let's see. I've got a bit of this. Okay, well, I need to start gluing some of this down. So let's go ahead and just start with this piece. Okay, so that's all glued down. Something's telling me though there needs to be more. And I'm not quite sure what that thing is yet. So I'm gonna look through. I think I'm gonna see. We have this piece of newspaper. I'm wondering if there's something in here that might kind of make sense to add. I mean, this fish has been staring me in the face. Even there's this little, I'm not even sure what it is, girl figure doing something. I'm gonna go ahead and rip that out. I don't really want to cover everything I just did, but maybe not there. Okay, well, I feel like it's not done and I don't know what to do. I think I need a label of some kind, and I don't know what I did with all my labels. They're here somewhere. Oh, you know what? What if we did? Oh, there's this poetic phrases. Let's see if there's a poetic phrase or novel quote that makes sense. Huh. With a bridling glance, I would say that that is about as perfect for this picture as I can ever get. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out and we'll put that down. Okay, so I'm just going to put that right in there. And I think I'm going to call this one done. And we'll move on to the next one. So here's a closer look at how that turned out. Okay, so let's see. Let's find another page. It's hard to cover these pages up, but let's go ahead and use this page. So let's see. What could we do for our focal point? Put that over here. I'm thinking maybe one of these again, because it's nice and wooded. Or it's a nice scene to put on top of this eco-dyed paper. I'm gonna take where's my? I'm gonna take this piece off. Okay, so I'll use those two things maybe. Let's see, what's a nice one. It's a nice size. Yeah, these just didn't print very good. And that's the same one. I've already used that one, and I already have this one already cut out. And then I've got my women here. Okay, so I think go ahead and use this. And I'm just gonna rip this out and not follow the lines. Like so. And then I'm gonna rip this out. may not use it on this page, but I like the idea of using it, so. Okay, so here's my focal point. I kind of really like it placed right there. I think some lighter colors kind of happening behind it, so that it'll kind of stand out a little bit more. Not that one. And again, I don't want to go too crazy with decorating these pages. I want to try and keep them kind of simple, so that, you know, I can write on the pages as well, kind of around them. Okay, so I've got this. I'm just kind of curious to see what this might look like behind there. So maybe something kind of like that. Something kind of like that. And then let's see. Adding some more similar colors like that to kind of bring it all together. So I think that's it. Okay, so how do I how do I paste all this down? Let's see. Okay, well, there's this page. I like it. It's cute. Maybe something down here. I'm wondering, would this be too much? Nope, I like that there. I'm gonna sew it though. I'll just add a little bit of stitching here. Actually, I might do some hand sewing. I'll just hand stitch it to the page. Alright, well, I don't really know what that ended up becoming, but we got a couple of French knots and a few little cross stitches on there. So I kind of started running out of string. So, okay, well, let's see. What can we do on this side of the page, maybe? Yeah, gosh, I hate covering up all that goodness of dyeing. Maybe this is too big. This needs to be inked up, so let me do that real quick. Alright, so we have those two. What can we put on top? Raggedy paper, and then I kind of feel like we need a girl. Let's see what we can find here. Something woodsy or outdoors, which I think we will not be able to find. I like her. I like her. I like her and I like her. So I'm gonna remove these two from their paper. Okay, so I got those two removed from their white surroundings from the paper, and so now I'm just gonna see which one maybe will look nicer on this page. I like that she's looking that direction, and I like the size of her picture. This one I like too, but maybe not as much. Yeah, I think I like the other one better. So I'm gonna glue these down. And then I'm kind of wondering, maybe add a little bit more of this pink fabric. I'll just rough this up. Somewhere. Where do we add it? I think just right there, and then I'll kind of wrinkle it up just a little bit. Like that. And then what else could we do? Oh, you know what we could do? Make a little bow out of some twine and put that on top. So let's see, I'm gonna make a loop and another loop, and I don't know why I have all this twine. I always make it so hard for myself. Okay, let's make bigger loops, and then you just tie those two into a knot, sort of. How do you do this? I've got a loop and another loop. And like so, and now I can make it prettier. Okay. Something like that. Now we can just tack that down there, and I'll cut off the extra. Got way more glue than I need, but that's okay. It'll stick down then. Hopefully. Well, hopefully. I'll hold it down for a second and then just trim off. There we go. All right. There's another little page. Okay guys, well, it's going to be a little bit of a short one for me today. I got to run down and make some dinner and, you know, keep going for today. But hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next one really soon. Bye.